So I'm here, another episode of Bang the Kitchen. We got Jesse Jordan,
Ow.
aka Smashing Good Time. How you feeling today?
Feeling good, pretty good. It's a pretty nice day. Sun's out, it's nice.
You having a smashing good time?
Always, always smashing good times.
So I only want to know one question, and then we're gonna end the interview quick. But have you ever put mushrooms in a chili dog in the middle of the desert?
Yeah, in fact, yes. Yes, I have.
All right, now get the fuck out my kitchen. Pack up your 800 instruments you just played. So could you tell me, Jesse Jordan, have you ever played 15 different instruments in a punk band before?
Yeah, I have played, I played lots of different instruments. Yeah, accordion, drums, saxophone, guitar, glockenspiel, keyboard, probably some other stuff too, I don't even know.
So what would you say your favorite place in the Bay is?
Besides your kitchen?
If you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
Some kind of bird, I guess, because being able to fly would be pretty cool. I think that would be just way faster to get places. If I could be a bird, I could get anywhere in like 5 minutes. Just take the direct route, and that'd be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty cool.
I believe I can fly. I be like Jordan and I touch the sky. So, if there's one thing you could say to future musicians that inspire to be you, what would you say?
Just do it. Yeah, just do it. You just have to start somewhere, even if you suck at first. I mean, I've sucked when I started. I probably still do. But you just have to do it. You just have to, if you want to do it, don't let anything stop you and just start. You have to start right now. That's the only time is now.
What do you have to say about a special place called Slab City?
I love Slab City. Slab City is my home. I love it. It's way out in the desert, hot. Super hot. Like, yeah, you'll die there if you're not prepared. It's super hot. But I love it because you can be free there. Everyone can be whoever they want to be and do whatever they want to do. People there play music all day long. It's great. I recommend it to everybody.
What would you have to say about my favorite stage, The Range?
The Range, you should take over. Bill's looking, he's getting older. One day he might not, he's going to die one day. So someone has to come take it over at some point. It's great. It's been going on for, I don't know, 15 years or so. Every Saturday. It's great. Anyone can play. It's always free. Everyone can play. And you get all bands from all over the world there that come. And they're amazing. You get everything. You get some great bands that are just amazing. The most, best show you've ever seen. And then you get, someone who just started that day and sounds horrible. But it's still cool because they're doing it. And that's what it's all about. It's just getting up there and doing it. If you want to do it, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how good you are right now. You just get up and do it. And that's what it's all about.
Do you have any family members or anybody who inspired you to be a musician?
Yeah, family members. Yeah, I mean, all my family was musicians. Both my parents are music teachers. My sister majored in music. My brother was majoring in music. But when I was a kid, I was the only one that didn't play music. I don't know. I don't know why I was the only one in the family that didn't really play. But now I'm the only one that does play, really. I mean, my mom's plays too, but everyone else has their, families and stuff. So I was always around it, which is, I mean, that's always helpful. Yeah, I mean, my family was definitely, music was everywhere, instruments were everywhere, they were listening. My parents loved the Beatles and Moody Blues and rock and roll and stuff. Yes, that probably helped.
Gotta love the Moody Blues. Nights in white satin. So how many drugs have you done with Lee Austin Hoffman?
All the drugs. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever there's a party, we're there.
So how many times have you went on tour with Elegant Trash?
Um, let's see. At least I don't know, 2 or 3 maybe. I don't know. I don't even know. I lose track after a while. We went. I was there. I went with them to London and to Ireland last year. That was great. We did like a couple California tours up and down like the West Coast and stuff. That was pretty good. And hopefully a bunch more in the future.
Hint, hint. Berlin, Amsterdam. So what is your writing process when you write your songs? Do you sit down and write them, or do you just like do ideas like pop in your head throughout the day?
Probably a little bit of both. Sometimes I'll just write lyrics without any kind of just write pages and pages of lyrics without any kind of ideas of like a song behind them, and then I'll come up with melodies separately and just kind of find some that sync together sometimes. That works pretty well. And then other times I have it all at the same time. I just write it then. I don't know. It depends on the song, and it's something I'm also working on all the time. Definitely getting better at writing more songs and getting better at lyrics and stuff. Yeah.
What would you say your favorite part about touring Europe was?
Ooh, my favorite. I loved Dublin for sure. Dublin was cool. Uh, yeah, I don't know. My favorite part. I mean, playing shows is always the best part. Playing a show is always the best. Uh, Seeing the castles was cool. That was pretty fun. I did have a lot of good times. A lot of times dancing and stuff. Probably Fibber. I mean, Fibbers is the best, I guess. Go if you're ever in Dublin, go to Fibber McGee's. That's a good place. Check it out sometime.
What would you say your favorite flavor of ice cream is?
Um, Maybe pistachio. That's a pretty good one. I don't like chocolate for sure. Strawberries alright. Vanilla's alright. Or some kind of mix of some stuff maybe makes me good. But yeah, maybe I'm gonna think I'll go with pistachio. That's a pretty good flavor.
Pretty good flavor. It's pretty good. Blackberry.
Homemade blackberry ice cream was always the best. When we were kids, we used to pick fresh blackberries and make the ice cream fresh. That's like you can't really compare to that. Nothing compares to like fresh homemade ice cream.
Nothing compares. Nothing compares to blackberries. So, what would you say your favorite drug is?
Um, I guess LSD's pretty good. That's a good one. Yeah.
Did you bring a whole jug full of acid to my house?
Uh, I cannot confirm or deny anything. I can only confirm that there's now an empty jug in your house.
It was Kool-Aid. Electric Kool-Aid. So, where do you get all your fucking clothes, man? Why don't you fashion week us?
People just give me clothes, really. I go to thrift stores a lot. Um, I make my own clothes sometimes too, sew stuff. But after a while of just wearing a bunch of cool clothes, people just knew that I liked cool clothes, and so then they would just give me stuff. So that's even best. That's the best way. And people just say, "Oh, here, take this. It looks nice." And yeah, oftentimes I look better in other people's clothes than they do. And so then they get all sad and just give it to me.
Sad. I have to give you some clothes later. So, technically, you live in Slab City. Yeah. Um, what would you say about the skate park?
Skate park's my favorite place in Slab City for sure. I lived in the skate park for like 2 years. I would sleep in the pool at the bottom. That was the best. That was some fun times. If you're ever in Slab City, which you should be, go to the skate park. That's the best because you can just do whatever. Skate around, ride a bike, shoot off fireworks, shoot your guns, play music, blast whatever you want to do. It's cool. Bunch of graffiti, tag whatever you want, set some cars on fire. You can do anything there, which is cool. I love it. That's the best. That's my favorite part in Slab City, I think, for sure.
So I noticed you have 3 books, 4 books, 4 books over here. Could you describe them to everyone who's interested in reading and looking at your art?
Yeah, for sure. I got some books there for sale, or I mean, they're all online too. You can, it's just art and stuff. Over the past maybe like 8 years or so, each one takes about a year, and a half, maybe depending. And just art, song lyrics, drawings, just a bunch of all kinds of different stuff. Um, and so I go back to them too, which is, I mean, that's good to also have a bunch of stuff saved up. I'm always going back, even now. Some of these books have been done for 4 or 5 years. I'm still going back and finding song lyrics and stuff from them. And so yeah, they're cool. I'll probably have some more coming out too. I don't know.
So if you could endorse any product, what would you endorse?
Yerba mate maybe. That's the best. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I like yerba mate. I like. I mean, guitars are cool. Drums are cool. I try not to really buy that much stuff. I'm not really into like consuming a lot of stuff. I try to just make do with what I got and not just buy a bunch of new shit all the time. But yerba mate for sure. That shit works. Like Taragui.
So when was the first time that you knew you wanted to play music? Like I know you didn't do it as a kid. You didn't really care about it. When did you actually when did it click in your mind that you wanted to be a musician?
Yeah. I mean, when I was in third grade, it could have been second grade. Or second or third grade, everyone in the school had to take music class. And my dad was the teacher, and so I had to play cornet, which is like a little small trumpet. And that was like only like 2 months or something, and I never played that again. But yeah, it was way later when I was like, I don't know, 19, 20 maybe. I liked playing drums. Even before that, even before like I really played drums, I was still just like tapping with pens and stuff on the table all the time. I was doing that, annoying a bunch of people. But it was later. I don't know. It was pretty late, maybe 21 or something, when I really started to like. It started out with drums at first. I just really like just because it's so energetic and just like moving and like it's cool. And then from there moved on to other stuff. I don't know. Yeah, it was later in life. Maybe 20, 21. It just started happening. I knew I wanted to do it.
So I know you went to India for a while and studied drums. Could you describe what you learned in your? Is it 3 years? Oh, 5 months. Okay. Can you describe to everybody what you learned?
Yeah, I went to India. It was cool. I like it. India's a cool place. I really dig it over there. I want to go back for sure. I mean, I got a guru over there that I learned. I mean, I lived in his house, like, with him and his wife, like, eating all the home cooked meals that they eat every day, and just like, it was 8 hours a day, every day, no days off, playing music. 3 hours in the morning of just lessons, tabla, which is like the drums. 3 hours in the morning of lessons, and then you have a couple hours off, and I just practice on my own for a couple hours, and then another 3 hours at night a lesson. And that's a good. I mean, that's cool. It's a whole. India's a cool place. It's like a whole different world, kinda. I like it. I definitely gonna go back and hope to play some more tabla and learn some more. Yeah, and I recommend people go there and check it out.
So how many dogs would you say that you play for on an average in Slab City?
That's one thing about the range that is great, is that it's very pet friendly, and there's lots of dogs there. The dogs get up on the stage and like sing along with you and everything. I've had, I don't even know, at least like 15, 20 dogs just like, and sometimes you just have a whole mess of like 30 dogs in the dance floor, just like a dance floor full of dogs moving around and no people. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think, yeah, Animal Planet should come out to the slab sometime and make like a documentary or something. A documentary, yeah.
Have you ever been broke down in Big Sur?
Yeah, in fact, I have several times, and been picked up by some of the most badass one-armed tow truck drivers ever. And if you're ever in Big Sur and you break down, just remember, just keep chilling as hard as you can. Just keep chilling, be calm and chill, and your problems will solve themselves. It's the magic of Big Sur.
What's your What's your favorite part of Slab City?
I mean, the skate park's cool. The skate park's my favorite spot in Slab City. Now my favorite thing about Slab City, I guess, is like the freedom. I guess people get to be however they want. There's not that judgment that a lot of places have in like a lot of cities have, where you look at people and like, I mean, in Slab City, you recognize other people as people. Like if you see someone walking on the street, you're like, oh, you're a person. Like we're both existing in the world at the same time. You don't try and block that stuff out like you do in a lot of cities, where you just sit like in the subway and like, don't talk to me, don't go away. I wish you weren't here. But like that doesn't happen out there, which is what I like. And also like there's not the social like classes as much. There's like a mixture. Like there's some people that have tons of money, some people have nothing, and everyone's equal. Everyone's just there to be themselves, to live. And you don't really see that in other places where you have like multimillionaires hanging out with like bums who haven't had a job in 10 years and like grew up in foster homes and stuff, and they're just hanging out having a good time together, and they're just being free and living happy. It doesn't really happen anywhere else in the world like that, at least that I've been to.
So, I've noticed over time that you're the only human being that smiles more than me. And when I asked you why, I thought it was the greatest answer ever. Do you remember that answer?
Yeah, I think I smile and laugh more than you because I play more music than you. It really helps. I get a little crazy if I don't play music for a couple of days. Like if I'm traveling or doing something I can't play, like I get a little crazy for sure. And it definitely helps. I feel music is good for like making people happy and elevating their mood and stuff. It definitely works. It's cheap, it's free, and it's like the best drug ever for sure.
So what I really want to know is, have you ever stuffed mushrooms on a chili dog and put it on Lee Austin Hoffman's chest?
Yeah, a Slab City chili dog. That's the best way. If you're ever in Slab City, take a hot dog with a chili dog, put some mushrooms on it, and just scarf it down, and you have a great time. Just smear yourself in chili and smear the chili all over you, and that's a good Slab City experience.
We're here with Jesse Jordan, smashing good time, aka Nom Nom. Nom Nom Chili Dogs.
As long as words keep coming, I will keep on strumming. Destiny decided, nowhere I can hide it. Times are changing fast, new chances, new forecasts. Nothing ever lasts. Yes, this too shall pass. Your life passes before yourself, not someone else. We need you as you are. Each one of us is our own star, our own star. And this too shall pass. Enjoy it while it lasts. At least I was there. 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 This is my part of time. My part of time. My part of time. My part of time. At least I was there. At least I was there. At least I was there. At least I my part of time. At least I my part of time. At least I was there. This is my part of time. My part of time. My part of time. This is my part of time. My part of time.
Hello, 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 hello. Check, 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 check. Hello. Hello, hello. Check, 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 check. Hello. Is this microphone working? Hello. Is there anybody out there? Hello.